Welcome back to Homestead Aquarius. I seem to be in a plague of some sort. It's not locusts, but it's some kind of little bug out here. It'll clear up in a minute. I'm out here in my hometown. It's about 10 minutes after 9 o'clock at night. And I've been challenged to take up a YouTube challenge. And it's called the Proverbs 31-Day Challenge. I was challenged to do this by a wonderful channel and an equally wonderful human being named Gerowyn. Her channel name is Homestead. She's in Australia, and a wonderful human being and a wonderful Christian. Wonderful soul upon this earth. She's challenged me to do this, and what this is going to mean is that starting today, I will be reading one chapter of the Book of Proverbs each day for the next 31 days. And I have been saving this particular spot in my hometown to show for a good reason. A good time and place to show this, and I think that this may be that time. There is an iconic landmark here in my town. It stood here for several years. What used to stand here was a very large tree. This stump is all that's left of this tree. The storm came in and cocked it over, and this is what's left. The cross we're going to have to deal with some traffic noise out here. I do things a little unusual sometimes, and being out here in the middle of the night is one of those things. My hometown is rather small, but we've still got some activity with the traffic. So bear with me, please, as we get through this first chapter. The cross that's sitting upon this stump was carved from the wood of the tree. And for many people, it's a wonderful landmark. It says that we're home. You know, when we see this, when we're coming in, we see this, and it's home. Now, let me get my footing in here right. Now, I'm not a biblical expert of any kind. And as you saw, we've got a few bugs in our life to deal with. I was right about this. This is not only carved out of the wood of this stump. It was carved out of the tree. It was not put here, okay? They carved this just like this. Somebody came in with their chainsaw and did all of this in place. This is one single piece. This is part of the stump, not added to it. And that's what really kind of makes this unique. It's a reminder that through the storms, there's strength. Now, there are people of many faiths, and my respect to you all. Christianity is my faith. And I will be reading from the Old Testament, the Book of Proverbs. Bear with me now as I go through this. I am not a professional reader, and I'm not a biblical expert. So this is my doing of this the first night. Thank you very much, Gerowyn, for challenging me to do this. Okay. Clear my voice. Okay. Proverbs, chapter 1. Purpose and theme. The Proverbs of Solomon, son of David, king of Israel. For gaining wisdom and instruction, for understanding words of insight, for receiving instructions in prudent behavior, doing what is right and just and fair, for giving prudence to those who are simple, knowledge and discretion to the young, Let the wise listen and add to their learning, and let the discerning get guidance. For understanding proverbs and parables, the sayings and riddles of the wise. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction. Prologue. Exhortations to embrace wisdom. Warning against the invitation of sinful men. Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. They are a garland to grace your head, and a chain to adorn your neck. My son, if sinful men entice you, do not give in to them. If they say, come along with us, let's lie in wait for innocent blood. Let's ambush some harmless soul. Let's swallow them alive like the grave, and whole like those who go down to the pit. We will get all sorts of valuable things and fill our houses with plunder. Cast lots with us. We will all share the loot. My son, do not go along with them. Do not set foot on their paths, for their feet rush into evil. They are swift to shed blood. How useless to spread a net where every bird can see it. These men lie in wait for their own blood. They ambush only themselves. Such are the paths of all who go after ill-gotten gain. It takes away the life of those who get it. Wisdom's rebuke. Yeah. Wisdom's rebuke. Out in the open, wisdom calls aloud. She raises her voice in the public square. On top of the wall, she cries out. At the city gates, she makes her speech. How long will you who are simple love your simple ways? How long will mockers delight in mockery, and fools hate knowledge? Repent at my rebuke, then I will pour out my thoughts to you. I will make known to you my teachings. But since you refuse to listen when I call, and no one pays attention when I stretch out my hand, since you disregard all my advice and do not accept my rebuke, I in turn will laugh when disaster strikes you. I will mock when calamity overtakes you. When calamity overtakes you like a storm, when disaster sweeps over you like a whirlwind, when distress and trouble overwhelm you. Then they will call to me, but I will not answer. They will look for me, but will not find me, since they hated knowledge and did not choose to fear the Lord. Since they would not accept my advice and spurn my rebuke, they will eat the fruit of their ways and be filled with the fruit of their schemes. For the waywardness of the simple will kill them, and the complacency of fools will destroy them. But whoever listens to me will live in safety and be at ease without fear of harm. That concludes chapter 1. And I thank you all for joining me tonight from my little hometown, from our most famous landmark. Thank you all very much. Y'all be good.